Aloha. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 7. My name is Christina Estrada, partner of Booyah Marketing, where we have deeper connections. Today, our honored guest is Dr. Erna Wong. She is an accomplished physician who has served in church, in the community, both professionally and in volunteer status. She is highly motivated to provide education, knowledge that will help all achieve optimum health. Today, she is honored to share her expertise and definite personal experience in navigating all the elements for optimal health. Well, how are you, Dr. Wong, where you can't go wrong?
That's right. Thank you. I'm really excited because I see a lot of positive things happening in our country, particularly, and a focus on health is very, very critical.
Yes, yes. So, we were talking about the pillars. So, what are the pillars of health? And also, someone mentioned the acronym is DRESS, DRESS.
That's correct. So acronym is a way for us to remember things, to help us have kind of like a little crutch or a little helper to remind us how we can focus on getting things accomplished. So DRESSS is a way abbreviation for D is for diet. And I can explain, but maybe we just go through it. R is reduce stress, E is exercise, S is sleep, and S is supplement. And then the last S, if you want to add dress, is actually sexual health. We
Wow.
need to be aware that it's a very important part of humanity and families in reality. So we will take the time to go through each of those letters, but people have talked about, legs of a stool. If you don't have all the legs, then you could topple over. Let's say you have a stool and it only has two legs. You're definitely not going to be able to sit on that stool. Minimum three, but ideally four for stability. And then if you have more legs, think about how stable you'd be if one of those legs broke and you were to fall.
Mm.
So even if you have a stool that has six legs to it or six pillars holding up something, that's good because you have stability and you have more foundation or support. Does that make sense?
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So,
So,
so, can you go and explain more about the acronym?
so when you begin with D, I think that's critical. It's at the beginning. And if someone has told me, and I agree, if your diet is not your medicine, medicine will be your diet. Why is that? Think about what you eat. It does make what you building blocks for your body.
Yes.
You eat what you eat. Because if you don't have the building blocks, it's like trying to build a house without bricks. There's no way a material to build your house. So you need all the different components to build your body in the same manner. So you'd like say for a house, you need nails, you need wood or metal or pipes or wiring, et cetera, to make a complete house. Your body, likewise, to be complete, needs all the different components. And that includes your protein, your carbohydrates, your fats, you've got vitamins, you've got minerals, on and on. So if you don't have one or two of them, you're not healthy. It's like your house is missing nails, it's going to fall apart. Build a house without nails, but you could, some sort of ways to, they did do that. The wood does fit it in a certain way. But if you don't have any way to secure the different parts together, it's not going to hold.
Mm.
So this is a great analogy for us that your body needs all the important elements just as much as you gather together to build a house or build a car. Anything you build, you need to have all the components. Think about having a car without wheels. How are you going to drive? Like
Yeah.
Flintstone? Just use your feet and pedal. That was fun. I love that. You know, use your feet.
Yeah. So,
So
how
use
important
your
is the
feet.
role of preventing in health issues?
Very, very critical because you heard the adage, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. But if you look around you and look at disease states, give a good example. Diabetes. If you could prevent diabetes, we would be saving the world a lot of expense in healthcare. Because you think about diabetes, it has to do with sugar. And sugar is our fuel source. It's the same as gasoline for a car. Our body needs sugar to give it energy. And so diabetes is around how we process our food, and then we have our sugar, and the sugar is needed to fuel our cells,
Hmm.
which inside the cells have other things that actually physically converts the sugar to energy. Now that's going to science, but for those of you who want to know more, you could stay tuned because we can have ongoing episodes. But just to put it in a capsulizing nutshell, think about your car. What happens when you run out of gas?
Yeah, not
The
gonna
car
go
is going to
anywhere.
sink. So we need to address exactly that, preventing diabetes, where you really mess up your sugar system to
Mm.
provide energy for your body. In the case of diabetes, the sugar is not able to go into your cells and be utilized. So it's swimming in a sea of sugar, but none of it's being
Mm.
able to deliver to where you need it to give you energy. So that's a simplified way of describing what's happening. And then think about it. If you have that sugar swimming in your rest of your body, it can get kind of syrupy and then it can clog up where it's at, especially if
Mm.
you have high sugar. It's like having molasses or syrup going through your bloodstream. And now you start to have blockage or impaired circulation. And that causes complications. So many, many things are affected just by one condition, diabetes, a sugar issue, but we'll delve into it. It's not because of sugar, there's something that causes the inability of us to utilize the sugar for our energy. So, prevention in that case, you just prevent one case of diabetes, you're going to impact so many organs of your body because you need sugar for every single cell, or you find an alternative fuel, but it affects your eyes. That's why number one cause of blindness is
Mm.
diabetes. It affects your kidney, it affects your heart, it affects your liver, it affects your brain. This is why they're thinking and now addressing that Alzheimer's is type 3 diabetes. So you know about type 1, we don't make any insulin. Type 2 is you have insulin, but it's not effective in helping your cells take in sugar. And type 3 is thought to be that there's sugar, but it's not getting to the brain. And so your brain is lacking the fuel source. So you kind of have, the brain fog or not being able to concentrate, focus, or whatever function that needs your brain cells to have energy. So
Wow.
once you restore that, then people's Alzheimer's
Yeah.
is reversed. So you realize how many people now have some form of diabetes. And
Mm.
I kind of wonder, they say pre-diabetic, either you are or not diabetic, but what they're saying is your sugar is being deranged in such a point, you're getting close to where you really are going to have serious complications. So I laugh because you either pregnant or not pregnant. There is not a
Are you? So why is it that there isn't more emphasis on prevention?
because it's money. Think
Mm.
about it. We in our society are driven by what? How much money one can make in the pharmaceuticals and all many of the healthcare is driven by disease. It's not helping you get well, it's keeping you sick. They make more money selling you this, that. As a matter of fact, you can follow the course of someone who has diabetes. They start with, say, one or two drugs, then they end up with more and more. So by the time they end up with 10 or 12 at least.
Oh, yeah,
Because, yeah, you've seen it.
I've seen it.
When
I've
you
seen it.
start to, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but the point of the matter is, too, why don't they help you then get rid of the disease?
Right.
Because all they're doing is giving you to treat one or this complication. They're not focused as much as they should on now, how do we reverse how you got to be a diabetic? Let's
Mm.
focus on what was it.
Yeah.
Was your lifestyle? Was your eating habit? Was it stress? See, this is where I'm going through DRESSS is important
Yes.
because stress is a big one to raise your blood sugar. And then
Mm.
exercise. If you don't exercise, you're not burning the calories that you need and so on, then maybe your sugar's hanging around or your fat is hanging around. So if you want, there is a way we can discuss that they're believing, or one of the contributing issues of diabetes is a fatty liver. So you can say, well, but I don't drink. How come I have a fatty liver? Well,
Yeah.
it's not due to your drinking alcohol. There are other causes, inflammation or so on, to create a fatty liver. And
Yeah.
someone says it's also due perhaps to the way the pancreas is situated in draining the insulin into your colon or your intestines to
Hmm.
provide the digestion and dumping things, or how close is it that your liver and your gallbladder that dumps bile and other digestive things. So it's very interesting, some of the research into why a fatty liver would be causing complications of diabetes. So that's another talk we can go into,
Yeah,
but
that's such
just
a,
the,
yeah, that would be great to talk about next time. But what can an individual do that will help turn our society from sick care to well care? And is this even possible?
I think the most important thing is taking an active role in learning how you can take care of your health.
Mm.
I said that before. No one cares more if you truly care about your health than yourself. So
Yes.
education is powerful. Like your people coming to learn today and start to think, how did I get to where I am? And how can I reverse the step? Because as they have stated, it's insanity is doing the same thing and expecting to get results. So if you have diabetes and you continue to do whatever, um, and you're not changing what you're doing, your behavior, you're going to still have diabetes. But if you focus, oh, what can I do to change? Then you can reverse. And then there have been people that got rid of their diabetes without using any medications because they
Really?
realized, oh, perhaps it's my diet, it's my stress, it's my poor sleep habit, I don't exercise. Um, there's many things one can do to look at your health and well-being. And they're actually experts or people trained now in lifestyle changes. It's a
Mm.
big issue because how you live your life is going to determine the outcome of quite a lot of your health or not, your disease states. Yeah.
Mm.
But you did, so people can be involved. They can influence policies or how health delivery is being given. They can choose elements of health delivery that is better for them. In other words, instead of same old, if giving all those diabetes drugs and other drugs for high blood pressure, high cholesterol is not what you want, then we ask and demand, look, I'm putting my money to buy this or support this. When people say, oh, I don't pay anything for my health care, well, somebody has to. Nothing is free.
Yeah.
This is what really I think is doesn't make sense. When people say, I don't pay anything for my health care. Well, somebody has to,
Mm.
whether it be your siblings or friends or your company, your business that you work for.
Hmm.
Somebody has to pay for it. I don't know of anything that's free. That's the
Right.
truth. So we have to be involved in the decision making and in where we want to invest our resources. And our resources is equating with money.
Right, right, right. So, I know we spoke briefly earlier that you're going to be doing your own like podcast. So, can we put the
Mhm.
link down below and everything so people can find
Yes.
out more information and everything so that way they can stay connected and you'll have your email down below?
Mhm.
Yeah?
I think we're going to create something, and I think you may and contribute to deciding. But I
Yes.
always loved it, Dr. Wong way, the right way.
I love
So
it.
I was thinking that, Dr. Wong Way at therightway.com, something that's easy for people to link to because I
Okay.
want them to know there is a right way for health and that will lead
Mm,
to wealth. And we discussed it earlier. It'll allow us to really have a quality of life that we're entitled to as children of God. I want to
absolutely.
emphasize God always wanted to bless us, just like a parent who loves their children. I don't want you to be poor and miserable and sick and suffering. I want you to be the most happy, the joyous, the most celebrating of all the great, wonderful things you can enjoy in life as a child of God. I
Yes.
believe we can share that message and give hope and give encouragement or anything else we need for the public, for people to know. Even those who are very poor or beaten down, there is hope because there are people like you and I who are going to help encourage, inspire anything that brings people to say, I'm sick and tired of being tired and sick.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You
Yes.
can, you can do something. You can make an impact. One person did, whether it be Gandhi, whether it be Martin Luther, whether it be, women, Joan of Arc. There are people who stood up and said, I don't want to put up with this anymore. I want change. Yeah. So we know women
Absolutely.
and men, and definitely for me, the Savior Jesus Christ, he was one person that has influenced millions and millions of people because of his example and his desires for a better life for all of us.
Oh, yes. Like he brought Chris Duncan into our world. That's how, and how
That's,
this, right? We were just talking about that earlier too, being the
mhm.
creator of our
That's right.
reality, right?
Yes. And the biggest learning is you can create the life you want to live and love the life you live. It is so true. We are free and able to choose. That's the most powerful message. You have a choice. And for anyone who feels, well, I do not, I don't believe that. I think
Mm,
you have the courage and the fortitude and the desire, you can
yes,
find a way. And there
I
will be
agree.
others who will help them to find the way. Because I don't think we're alone. I believe we're a collective,
Yes,
universal entity.
yes, yes,
Mm.
yes. So you'll be able to put I'll put the link down below so that way you can check out
Mhm.
her podcast or what is it going to be a podcast or well, we'll figure it out, but we'll put the link
You
down
can
below.
do this, make it available for
Yes,
people who want more information because knowledge is power. I
yes,
wish all of us would continue to learn and not stagnate and think that I'm too old to learn something new. No,
right.
there's eternity for good or for bad. There's eternity. So start right now today and see your opportunity to continue to expand your intelligence. Hmm?
Absolutely.
Knowledge is so powerful. So thank you
Absolutely.
so much. But
Yes.
yes, we
So we'll
continue
put
to
the
share
w-
knowledge.
yes, yes, we definitely will. We'll definitely put the link down below. So click the subscription, notification, and thumbs up. Booyah Marketing, a hooey ho. Until we meet again.